From the 700 WLW Newsroom, here's Brian Combs.
Big stories we're talking about on the big one today. He is staying behind bars, a decision made this morning by Judge Andrew West on the early release for Salvatore Magro. He's the former Catholic school teacher from the West Side who went to prison for having sex with a teenage girl. Magro today was asking that the judge let him out after serving just 18 months of a 4-year sentence. Among the people objecting, the mother of the 15-year-old victim in this case. Judge today decided that Magro will stay locked up, have to serve the full term. Find out later this morning what the sentence is going to be for a man who's already been sent to death row in Ohio once. Rayshawn Johnson's been convicted twice now of the murder of Shannon Marks in Walnut Hills several years ago. First time he was sentenced to death, but an appeals court said that a new sentencing hearing had to be held because the jury did not consider his past as an abused child. This time, the jury considered that. They still are recommending death. It's Judge Ted Winkler who has the final say. He has set sentencing for 10 o'clock this morning, and we have it covered for you. Look for the results of the sentencing at 700WLW.com's local news page. City of Cincinnati is going to consider new measures today, try and stop metal scrappers from stealing from places in the city. They want to make all people who come to scrap yards to sell merchandise register with the city and run a background check before they can do it. Council will consider that later today. Cincinnati could have a new slogan, the city that sings. That's being proposed at City Hall. It'll be talked about today. Could be put on signs around the city before World Choir Games hit later this summer. Hamilton County is going to be spreading public housing out across the area. Deal by commissioners with the Cincinnati Metropolitan Housing Association says that Section 8 housing will be moved now into places like Green Township and Anderson Township, areas that have been resisting it in the past. Commissioners said they really had no choice with the deal because the federal government was threatening to cut off millions of dollars in funding. There's a meeting at Xavier University tonight to talk about behavior at basketball games. At first, the university was requiring all students who attended the crosstown shootout to come find out how things are going to change in the future to prevent the hostile atmosphere that led to the fight at the end of the UC game. However, it's no longer a mandatory meeting for students. It's just a meeting that students can attend at the Cintas Center with Coach Chris Mack and some other representatives of the university. Reds shortstop, former captain Barry Larkin will be Bill Cunningham's guest today, 2 o'clock on the big one. Barry talks about his election yesterday into baseball's Hall of Fame. He says it caught him by surprise, even though a lot of people speculated that he was going to be the only member of the class of 2012. Larkin will be enshrined on July the 22nd.